What's up, everybody? It's your boy Bruce B here, back again, doing another video. Um, Glad everybody liked the first one. Got some feedback from it. Got a good amount of likes so far. Today, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about um, my mental illness and when it all started and just stuff like that. I will in future videos get into details about give you information about mental illness and different mental illnesses. I won't just leave it at my mental illnesses. We'll get into all of them. But me personally, my Tourette syndrome started about 7 years old with my OCD. Yeah, that's seven. Um, I had a lot of tics. Sometimes you'll see me in the videos, my mouth will move or something weird, and that's just my Tourette syndrome. I make noises too. That started about seven. Um, as far as depression, bipolar, schizoaffective, all that stuff, maybe I've had it since I was an early teen, but I don't know. Um, I was on a lot of drugs starting at like 13, a lot of drinking. So I masked it for a long time. Um, I used poetry a lot back in the day to write out stuff, and now I look back at it, and a lot of it's like heavy, dark stuff. Um, but I didn't really even know what the hell mental illness was back then. So I didn't really know how to address it. Um, Feeling depressed and everything. So I didn't do much about it, but just continued to do drugs and drink alcohol. Which this coming April, I will be 20 years clean from pills. So that's a big achievement. Um, I'd say the depression, most of it started getting really bad or started showing itself in 2002 when my friend Kara died. Um, and then a year later, my best friend Kyle, he killed himself. And that's when things just started going downhill in 2003. Um, um, I never went to a therapist or anything about it. I just kept it all in. It just kept getting worse and worse. I mean, there was some good times throughout those years and everything. And then in 2010, that's kind of when everything just hit the floor. I don't know why, but um, it just did. And 2010, in December of 2010, I decided I wanted to kill myself. So I had a therapy appointment that day. So I decided to go to the appointment. So I went into the appointment, and as soon as I got in there, the nurse was like, "You need to come with me." I was like, "Okay." So I went with her, and she's like, "You need to call the crisis center." She's like, "Because I know that look on your face." She's like, "I've seen it a million times." So I called the crisis center, told them I wanted to kill myself, had a plan. I was going to jump off the bridge. Um, so I went. They're like, "We're coming to get you." I said, "No." I said, "I want to go on my own." Um, so I went to Lakeside. Um, Spent 7 days there. Got diagnosed with major reoccurring depression and anxiety and PTSD. Um, Got out, was on some antidepressants. Things were going good for a little bit, but they didn't. They started getting worse and just getting more worse. And 2013, I think, I went back inpatient because I got suicidal again. Um, so I did another 7 days there. The first time I went inpatient, when I got out, I went to outpatient. I went there for like 5 months, did 5 months of outpatient. The second time I didn't do outpatient because I was working. Um, and then in 2014, I went inpatient again, um, 3 times that year. I went in February, I think, and then I went in November and December of 2014. Um, that's when I got diagnosed bipolar. Um, so I was on some different medicines. They seemed to help a little bit, but it didn't really do much. I guess I wasn't on the right combo. I was only on the bipolar med. I wasn't on any antidepressants or anything. Usually, you have to take a mixture because bipolar has the ups and downs, and I rapid cycle. I could go up and down all day, like hour to hour, minute to minute. Um, and then I moved to Ohio, and when I went to the therapist there, they told me I have schizoaffective disorder, bipolar 1 type with psychotic features. Now, what that means, it's not, it sounds bad, but what that means is that I hallucinate and I have delusions. That doesn't mean I'm like on the verge of being a serial killer. It just means that I have psychotic features, and mean that just means that I hear stuff, I see stuff. I have delusions, I have paranoia. Um, so there's that. Um, and then I got put on some different medicines um, that did not work. And then they tried me on some new medicines, did not work. Moved back home to Tennessee in 2018, at the end of 2018. Went inpatient again in 2019. Um, when was it? March or April of 2019. Spent 4 days there. Um, then I got an outside therapist, and they put me on a medicine that worked great. Or I was already on a medicine that worked great. I was already seeing an outside therapist before I went inpatient. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, I was on the medicine that was doing real good, but I didn't take it for 4 days, and so that's why I went inpatient, because you have to take your medicines. So then when I this year, or not this year, last year, 2020, I went to Lakeside outpatient. I didn't want to do inpatient. I went outpatient, and they took me off the medicine I was on that I was doing actually really good on. They took me off that cold turkey and put me on a whole bunch of different medicines. And now, me and my doctor that I have now, we are trying to wean me off almost all of it, and just back on the one main one main medicine I was on the year before that actually did really good. Um, so I'm still struggling. Um, um, Not as bad as it has been. I got some bad days. I don't sleep good at night. I wake up on and off all night. Um, I was sleeping good on that old medicine that I was on. Well, I'm back on it now, but with the other medications, it's probably not a good mixture. So that's why we're weaning me off of it. But I still have my bad days and my good days. I just try to do what I can do to make it through. Um, I got a beautiful wife that helps me and is always there for me. Um, Coming off of Cymbalta is no fun. Um, I've been having night terrors. I had a couple night terrors. A night terror is like, it's more than a nightmare. You'll wake up screaming, yelling, punching, hitting, stuff like that. So that's what a night terror is. They're not fun. Um, but hopefully soon I'll be weaned off of it. Hopefully within the next week. I should be weaned off of it if I'm doing okay. And then we have one more medicine to wean me off, and then I'll be back just to my Vraylar. That's the medicine I'm on. But yeah, that's just a little history um, about me and my mental illness and where I'm at now. Um, like I said, if you guys have any questions, just ask. I appreciate everybody watching the videos, and like I said, I'm gonna get more um, into the mental illnesses themselves soon. And give you facts about them and everything. That way we can learn together, because there's still a lot of stuff I don't know. So we're gonna learn together. Like I said, hopefully it helps you, or maybe you can use this to help somebody. Um, but there is always help out there. You can call the suicide hotline number, the crisis center in your local area. You can always call them if you need to. Just reach out, or you can call me on Facebook, get me on Facebook, um, anything. Just whatever you have to do. There's always an option. So I guess we'll see you next time. Click, share, like, subscribe, all that, and we'll see you next time.